Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Louise from Flower Wool, and welcome. It is our regular Monday night knitting podcast. I am here. I've got a new skein of yarn for this week's challenge. This felt like a little bit like stacking the deck with this one, but that was all right. So we'll talk about this week's yarn, this week's project. We'll talk just a teeny weeny little bit about last week's project, and I have some updates on projects from a couple of weeks ago that I can show you that I've been working on. And then we'll end up the hour by chatting about what you guys are working on, if you're starting something, if you're finishing something. And that'll be it for the night. So we'll be here for about an hour. So grab your knitting, get comfy. If you're inside, if you're outside, if the weather's nice. Um, and we'll go from there. So I am just going to play with this light again. Okay. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Cindy, Sabrina, Liz. How's everybody doing? All right. So this week we were voting on this skein of yarn. So, and the reason I said that this feels a little bit like cheating is because this was up 2 weeks ago in the voting, and obviously it lost because it's back again this week. And I had a couple of people said, they're like, Louise, you just need to put the yellow up by itself. The yellow never wins when it's put up against something else. So I took your advice and just pick this as the yarn for this week. And then I just picked. So I was thinking this morning, I'm like, okay, what do I want this to actually be this week? So take a look at this yarn. It's Madeline Tosh. It's 100% wool. There's no nylon in it. So even though it's a fingering weight yarn, it's not suitable for socks. I don't think with if it has no nylon in it, I'm not going to knit it into socks. So it's 100% merino wool. So it does feel really, really nice. So it would be really nice to have around your neck. And let's see. So we'll tell you. So it says Tosh Merino Light, 100% merino wool, fingering weight, 420 yards. Um, and then they're saying roughly 26 to 30 stitches for gauge over on a 2.25 or 2.75 needle. So you get lots of room there. Oh, they also give you a crochet gauge. That's kind of nice that they give you both knit and crochet on here. And yeah, so dyed by hand in Texas from wool ethically sourced in South Africa. Madeline Tosh. So we all know, or most of us know, right? Most of us know Madeline Tosh is really, really lovely yarn. And this looks like a single ply too, which there. Anyway, it's got little bits. It's got some like gold flecks in here. Let's actually open it all up. So I had asked you guys to vote for a cowl or a triangle shawl. One person somewhere in all the places. So if anybody's new here, welcome. You know, you can vote right here on YouTube. You can vote on Wildflower Will's Facebook page and two places on Instagram, in stories and in the post. And somewhere in there, somebody asked, they said, is one skein enough for a shawl? So that is the question, right? So we all most of us who's done a one skein shawl know that yes, you can do a shawl, but of course it is a little on the smaller side, more like a scarf size than something really super big. Um, but I thought this would be nice for around the neck because it is so nice and soft. So there was a lot of comments about this being a nice bright pop of color in the winter. Um, yeah, just being lovely. Some people were, definitely, they're like, definitely has to be a shawl, definitely has to be a cowl. But I thought because I have a whole skein here that if I did a cowl, I would do an infinity. And then you know what? So tell me if I'm wrong. Hi, everybody that's popping in here. Um, So after I typed and posted, of course, I was like, "Infinity cowl? Is that even a thing?" After I posted it, because I'm thinking infinity scarf is more probably the right term, isn't it? But I was thinking cowl, and then I thought, "No, I think I want it to be, like really about this size, and then I can fold it double and wear something like this for a cowl." But then I thought a triangle shawl would be nice too. So I thought I would just let you guys decide what it should be if we do the cowl. So what do you guys think? A cowl that wraps twice is infinity. It is, right? So infinity cowl, because as soon as I hit post, all of a sudden I looked at it, I'm like, infinity cowl? Is that even right? And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I think I should have said infinity scarf. But anyway, I figured you guys know what I mean. So um oh, okay, Paula's saying nothing broken, just painful. Yes, you were in an accident, weren't you? So, Paul, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, Diane says kerchief triangle uses almost a full skein of Tosh. Oh, kerchief triangle. Okay, I should have brought a pen up here. I can make notes. I'm gonna make notes actually this time. Kerchief triangle. And then I can go check it out. Oh, Liz is giving me the drum roll. Okay. So, the winner. So, what did we have? We always have right around 100 votes. You guys are always very consistent. Tonight we had 97 votes, and it was split 67-33. Is that the math? I wrote it. I was just down here, and I do have to apologize. I was a few minutes late because I got out of work late. I rushed home, and then I sat and I was adding everything all up. All of the what would you have voted for, Sabrina? The long infinity cowl or a triangle shawl? Um, I added it all up and then I promptly left it downstairs. But it was like roughly that 67, 68, 32, 33%. Ah, Sabrina would have voted triangle. Okay. Well, all right. Since Liz has got the drum roll in here, the winner for this week is the is the infinity cowl. So sorry, Sabrina. Your vote, yeah, yeah, it was pretty slanted one way. So, but anyways, oh, Liz is you wanted to see a nice triangle. I have not knit a triangle shawl in a while because I have been stuck on the boomerang. Yes, the boomerang style because I really like those. They're so easy to knit and they're fun to wear that's just what that's been my go-to. So I thought, "Ooh, a triangle shawl would be really, really fun." Okay, you guys, it is really hot. Why am I wearing this? I I closed my window because the neighbors are out with their little boy and they were out having fun. So I thought there really was no breeze coming in the window anyway, so I just closed it. Um but yeah, I do not need to be wearing a merino cowl in the middle of super, super hot day. Oh, somebody, who was that? Susanna. Okay. Okay, give me a second. What in the world? I just had the ball band. Okay, when I find it, Susanna, I'll let you know. I know. I don't know if it must have said, actually, I don't know if it did. I think it said this was a one of a kind. Did it fall on the floor? Okay. It's a mystery. Somehow oh, no, it's not. It's right here. I found it. Okay. Yes. One of a kind. So I don't think they gave it a name. But I don't know. What would you guys call it? I know. Isn't this going to look so beautiful? And then there's some light yellow, like a really sunny, sunshiny, bright yellow. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. I can't wait. So you guys who I can't remember. There was a couple people who said, "Oh, banana." It definitely looks like a banana, especially this part. That mellow yellow. I like that. Yes. So whoever idea it was, there was a couple of you who said about the whole just Louise, just do the yellow all on its own. Don't put it up against anything. Prickly pear. Oh, okay, yes. Louise, did you mention that somebody said that in one of the comments? I think they had made a shawl out of prickly pear. So maybe this was an attempt at prickly pear that just didn't turn out quite the same, a little bit off maybe. Oh, honey would be a nice color name for that too, wouldn't it? Honey, I like honey. Prickly pear is really a fun name. Oh, Suzanne says, it looks like yarn you got at Ancient Arts in their sock NATO yarn. What is that? I can't, esqui? Anyways, I know it's really fun. And this is going to knit up really lovely into a cowl. And I think I will keep this for myself. I think I will keep this for me to wear on a nice cold winter day, have a little bit of sunshine when it'll be dark and gray and cloudy and snowy. Louise says, I made a lace cardigan with it held double. Oh, with some mohair. Oh, it was a collaboration. Oh, with Shibui mohair and Matosh. Nice. Okay, that would be lovely cardigan. Okay, well, look, I'm super excited to get this wound and get this cast on and use it up out of my stash. I'm really feeling this urge, don't laugh at me, to to use up some of these skeins. I think that's why I wanted to do a lot of these boomerang shells because it's a quick and easy, it's a project I don't have to think about. I mean, triangle shells are pretty simple as well. Um, so it would be a good one. I could mix it up. I could do some boomerangs, I could do some triangles. But I kind of when I get onto something that I really like, it's hard to break that cycle and cast something new on. But maybe one of these days, maybe today was that tipping point. The thought that, you know, uh, a triangle shell popped in my head that maybe means that I'm ready to move on from boomerang and move into triangles. Somebody else said they voted for the cowl because I have been knitting a lot of shells lately. Have been on a bit of a shawl kick. But all right, so shawl. Since we're talking about shells, shall I show you? Oh, I'm going to show you this one mostly because there's nothing much to see. I might as well get it out of the way. Um, this is the Lichen and Lace from what was this 2 weeks ago? Oh my gosh, I even stopped mid row. Which is not always the thing you want to do. But anyways, there it is. So wildflower, lichen and lace wildflower, isn't it beautiful? I love this. I'm definitely keeping this one for me. I love those colors. Love it, love it, love it. So it's not very big yet though. It's still to the point where the rows are short. So you're turning it around before you even realize you're at the end of the row. It's time to turn around. So it hasn't hit that point yet where the rows feel long, which is nice, but it also means that I'm not very far. So I'm just going to keep working away on it. I've got some vacation coming up in a couple of weeks, so fingers crossed. I will get a lot of sitting by the lake and knitting in. That's my plan. This guy will probably come with me on vacation. So, I didn't even put a stitch marker in there because, and I think that's mostly why I didn't knit on it because I wanted to mark where I was from last week, and I couldn't find any more. Well, I couldn't find a stitch marker. I didn't have one in my little notions pouch, so I just need to actually take a look around and and put one on, which is a really sad reason why I did not knit on it because I really like marking it. I really like putting a marker in there so I can see how much progress because otherwise you knit and you knit and you knit and you look at it and you know you're like, you don't see any progress. So it really psychologically helps me to have that stitch marker on there so I can look back and go, ooh, I've done this much or this much or this much. Susanna, where are you on your Rebel Knit Along? You must be almost finished. Okay, Liz, you're talking about I'm looking forward to to cold days, but not triangle shawls. You don't like triangle shawls? Hi, Cindy. Oh, I love knitting a cowl in Tosh DK. So soft. Okay, that's good. I mean, I knew I could feel just from the yarn. I knew it was going to be a soft yarn and beautiful to wear. So that's good to hear. And yellow is your favorite, so you have to keep it. I know I do have to keep it. I think I will. I'm going to be the best dressed knitter this year because I'm knitting all the things and I'm keeping them all. Okay, so here's the other shawl. Well, this is the other end of the shawl. This, of course, is this big ball. I'm actually going to weigh this. And I knock on wood. Hopefully I don't jinx myself, but I have not. This has not got twisted. I'm knitting from the outside of this, and it just keeps coming off. It doesn't unravel. I shouldn't say unravel. I don't want it to unravel, but it doesn't. The yarn doesn't pull out real well if it's in a project bag. I pretty much have to pick it up and unwind a little bit and knit with it. But this yarn, I do have the ball band here. I'm really, really trying to keep track of my ball bands a little bit better. So this is some old stash. Does anybody have any memories of yarn like this? So what does it say? Is it Marvel? Marnell Apollo Yarns Inc. 10% mohair, 90% polyacrylic. And the polyacrylic sounds like really polyacrylic-y, but it is actually really, really lovely to knit with. I always think of some of the older acrylics as being really not the nicest feeling, but I don't know if it's because it has the mohair in it that it really softens it up, but it is actually really, really lovely to knit with. I'm really, really liking this. So this project I did a fair amount on this. Oh my God, I stopped mid-row on this. You guys, I never stop mid-row. I always, well, apparently I used to be a knitter who always finished her rows because I have two projects that I stopped mid-row. That's really funny. Okay, so here I am. And this is my marker. So this is actually 2 weeks worth of knitting because I forgot to bring this one up to show you guys last week. So there's my marker. And you can't really even see how big it is because I didn't finish my row. But anyways, you can see here, I'm doing yarn over increases on this one. Let's pull this other one out. Because on the other little one, the wildflower one, I'm doing knit front and backs just to be wild and crazy and switch it up a little bit, which is fun in one hand to think, oh, I'm going to do something different, except when you work on them in the same day. And then you have to remember what one you were doing. And I think, to be honest, I think the white one, I actually forgot what I was doing. So I know I'm pretty sure I was doing yarn overs all the way. I'm pretty sure I am like 99% sure I was. So this one here, it doesn't really look that much difference. I did two shawls a while ago, one that was each way, and the knit front and back had a little bit more open. Can you see? I mean, they're both. Can you see that? I don't know. There. They're nice little, basically they look pretty much the same, I think. So anyways, this one is coming along great because this one, like I told you, has got a deadline. The weeks are getting closer. It's about 3 or 4 weeks away that I need to have the white one finished. So that's why I want to weigh it, because then I can do my just what I like doing is weighing it, seeing how many grams I've got, dividing by my days. So I know I have to knit so many um, ounces or grams. I get grams, that's what my scale weighs in, um, to make sure that I have it done by the set date. And that does really well for me, knowing that I have to knit this much every day. Having it black and white really, really helps me. So it's lovely. I know. I almost want to keep this one too, and I don't usually keep anything white, but I'm thinking I just might. I don't know. I want to keep everything, but I also want to do a bunch for charity over the holidays as well. So the white one may go. It may not. We'll see. We will see. I'm liking that it's going to be really, really big because this is going to be like a two skein. So it'll be nice and big, which would be nice to give to somebody too. Yes, and yeah, I am gonna knit the whole ball of white. I'm gonna just knit to right to the very end, just knit until I kind of estimate I have enough to cast off and try to use up every last little bit of it. And yeah, and then that project will be done. So that one I've been having a lot of fun. That has been my kind of my knit night, my beach knitting, my movie watching, Netflix binging, that kind of thing. I usually pick up the white shawl and I just work on that. The other project I have worked a whole ton on, excuse me, guys, I just have to get a little bit of a drink. I know maybe that mohair is floating around. I get a tickle. So I have got something that I'm so excited to show you. Hey Brian, how are you? What are you working on? Um, thanks, Nancy. So it's not a finish. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Don't get too carried away. It's not a finish. It's like I would have like led with that. I would have said, "Hey everybody, it's Louise. Happy Monday. I have a finish." No, I don't have a finish, but soon I will. Well, somewhat soon. I'm halfway, almost, almost. Um, my Christmas stocking. Look at this, you guys. I'm like loving. I cannot tell you how much I am loving knitting this. This and the white shawl, that's what I spent my time on as well. uh yeah, just yeah, that's what I spent my time on this week. So look at this. So I had in my head that I wanted it to have a fold over ribbing cuff. So that's what I did. Now that I've done it and I've like did it once and it's out of my system, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think I'll do it again." But, um, it's done. So I just as you can see, I did some ribbing, and then the underside, I just did, stockinette, and then I ended up just doing 12 rounds. I know last week, I think we talked about doing the thing like getting a dice and rolling the dice to see if it would be 1 to 6 rows, and I really, really liked that idea. And but I was starting to knit and I didn't have a dice with me. So I just knit until I was like, "Yep, I think that's the size I'm looking for." And then I decided, I think, you know what? I think for this one, I would just going to keep doing the same width of stripe all the way because I really have to say I'm loving it. I love the red and the green. I was going to put white in here with it and then decided nope, this one's just going to be red and green stripes. So this is some I'm again 99% sure that this is Red Heart Super Saver. It's 100% acrylic. It came from Michaels. Um it's not the impeccable. I know that. I'm pretty sure it's Red Heart and it is knitting up really, really nice. I've done right here, you can see this is the beginning of round. Okay. Okay. So you can see that's my beginning round. Like you can see a little bit. So I did do a jogless join just so it wouldn't be like a real like a full row height difference. So, and it does, really at first glance, would you, other than that one right there, seems maybe it's just not pulled tight. I don't think I didn't forget. Yeah, maybe it's just not pulled. Anyways, it is what it is, right? It is a seam, and when you're knitting around, you start here and you knit around, and then you're like a row up when you come back to the end. So it is what it is, but it's not super obvious because if you don't do the jogless join, which is fine because some knitters don't want to. It's the back, it's the seam, and it is, and they're fine with that, and that's okay too. This one here, I did want to do the jogless join just to make them a little closer, and I'm happy with it. I think it looks neat and tidy. So I have just been doing, like I said, 12 rounds, and I'm just at the point where I'm just deciding how much longer I want to do it. Thanks, Kim. She says it looks fine. The stocking looks great. Thank you so much. Anne says, do you have more hands than the rest of us? You get so much done. Well, um, I know. I spend a lot. I spend a lot of time. Well, I spend a lot of time knitting, but honestly, I haven't knit as much the last few weeks since I've gone back to work as I really wish I could. But yeah, I'm happy. I mean, any progress you get done is fantastic, right? Either that or she doesn't sleep. Yeah, some nights I knit more than I sleep. But anyways, yeah, I am loving this. Loving, loving, loving this. So next week's new start may just be another stocking, maybe some different colors, or maybe, um, cable pattern, or like maybe cable versus intarsia. That might be a fun one. Have to remember I thought of that. Come next week. It reminds me of the Grinch movie. I love the Grinch movie. I love it. Um, so anyways, so what I'm thinking of right now is thinking that I think I either have to decide right now. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? Did I go too far again? Every once in a while, I've caught myself. I'm like so excited. I knit an extra half a round that I have to unknit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, maybe I thought I was going to go longer. Okay, this is my question. This is my debate. Do I do a short row heel right here, or do I make it this really, really long to make it like a really, really big stocking? That's what I'm thinking of. Initially, I had wanted to do the heel here and do it in red, and then do the toe in red. So cuff, heel, toe. But that means I need to do it right now, or I finish the green, another 6 rounds of green, and then do 6 rounds of red, and then do the heel. And then no, wait. Let me say that. I'm getting my numbers backwards. So I need another 6 rounds of green to finish that stripe, 12 of red, and 6 of green, which would make it really, really long, which would be fun. Nikki says now. Yeah. Okay. Big enough for a baby. I know. I had thought it would be fun to do a stocking big enough that Scarlett could just she could just sit right in a stocking. So yeah, I think I should just do it now. I think it'll be ginormous if I do the rest of those stripes. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, yes. Nikki says now. Paula says now. Oh, but Karen or Kim says based on the width, proportionally longer might look better. I mean, I don't think with a Christmas stocking, you kind of got all kinds of leeway, right? Like you could do like a wide, shorter stocking would look fun. Doing it super long would look fun. And I want to do a whole bunch of them in different shapes and sizes. So I don't think I can go wrong either way. I know I can tell. I think that's why I was going to do it now. And then I think last night I must have decided to carry on because that's why I've got the extra round in here. Okay. Maybe we won't decide. You guys give me your opinions, and then next week I'll show you what I did, if I went with the heel or if I decided to go super, super big. I might go super, super big because it would be really, really fun. Wouldn't it to have like a ginormous stocking? Like, who doesn't want to have a stocking that is like crazy, crazy big. See how many skeins of yarn can fit in it. That could be a question at Christmas time. How many skeins did Santa bring in the stocking? That might be fun. But I like the idea of doing a shorter one too. Something more usable, right? If I do this one extra, extra long, I make his keep it for me. Okay, so what does it say? Lynn says, oh, it could be the stocking you take to Scarlett every year with her gifts in it. It could be. I do want to do her one, but it needs to be done in blues and whites or silver. If I can find some sparkly silver. Um, so yeah, so that one is definitely coming. Make it super, super big and hang it on the front door. Yes. So last week we talked about the one that Diane knit, right? The one in the gray. And hers was super, super big because she used a worsted weight yarn as well, but a larger size needle. So this I could just do big. All right. Daisy needs a stocking too. Daisy does not need one super, super big. A big stocking for Beans the cat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Then it definitely needs, yeah, Beans the cat. She's a big girl. It is, oh, I don't even want to say it, but it's getting close to her time to be coming out from like hibernation. Yes, a big stocking for Beans the cat. I love that idea. I ended up crocheting the full, oh, okay, yeah. So we were talking on Saturday for the Fiber Friends podcast. We were talking about the vintage knits because in like what, 2 weeks, a week and a half, um, our vintage knitting month kicks off, and Diane was talking about that doll. What did you call it? Piro Pirouette? Is that what it is called? What the one the you know, like the clown doll that was all the little round crocheted pieces that were all strung together for the legs and the arms? Diane found the pattern for that. So you ended up crocheting the full clown doll yesterday. I just need to weave in the ends and assemble it. I was only supposed to swatch my color choices. Well, then, obviously, you liked your color choices, your swatching must have been right on, and you have a finished project. You were, like, so fast. You were, like I had it, like, way ahead here. That is so awesome. Okay, yes, so Sam also put a question in here. How many dishcloths do we think she's at? I think she was at, like, 90 last week? I don't know. 94? 31st week today. Are we really into the 31st week? Yikes. Time is ticking away. Oh, Paul is guessing 102, Sam. Diane, I did it by eyeballing the picture. Oh, so you didn't even follow the pattern? Oh, it wouldn't let you buy the pattern. Yes, because some of those old patterns, they just on Ravelry, they show you the picture and then what pattern book it was in. And yeah, sometimes you might be able to find the pattern book or I can wonder like eBay or eBay. eBay sounds very vintage as well. I haven't been on eBay, but I think eBay's still a thing, isn't it? Or Marketplace or I don't know. What's another place you can buy vintage things? Like if you were to put in Patton's Beehive book, what was it, 65 or something that was had some of those vintage toys in it. That is awesome, Diane. Oh, oh, the 31st Ju oh, 31st July is a week. Oh, oh, it's a week today? Okay. I'm, like, losing time here. Alright, time I know July is just, like, moving along. It's gonna be August before we know it. Yikes. Okay, Cindy says, "Yeah, you would check Marketplace." Okay. Etsy. Yes, Etsy sells vintage things, don't they? Mhm. Oh, Nancy's guessing 93. Etsy? Oh, so Etsy you could have purchased on Etsy blah, blah, blah. Etsy. Etsy, okay, Etsy eBay, what is Mercari? Is that an R? I've never even heard of that one, Liz. Oh, purchase glitch. Oh, Well, that's a bummer. Well, you ended up you didn't need it. Oh, but some prices are ridiculous. Yes, I suppose. They're hoping somebody's really gonna be desperate and pay crazy amounts for it, right? Sam, you were almost done 95 dishcloths. Incredible. Incredible. All right, so this is it. I got my balls, my big balls. They are still, look, you can start to see they're getting a little squishy, but there's still lots in here. So, and then I showed you I've got more, I've got at least like two more of each color. So I'll be able to do a few more stockings. So yeah, this is it's using up some bit of yarn. It's a little squishy, but there's still tons and tons and tons here. So I'm gonna keep working away on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So last week's project, let's talk about that one. I didn't even bring it up here to show you because all I did was I cast on 90 stitches with a 4 millimeter needle and I knit like 2 rounds of ribbing. That was about it. I didn't get very far because even though, so last week, I don't even have it to show you. If you, last week was that beautiful hand dyed skein of yarn that I was given as a gift at the beach. And it was like blues and teals with a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange in it. So, so pretty. And you guys voted for a hat. So I got it cast on and like literally 2 rounds done on it. And then the Christmas stocking took all my attention. So I have to get back to that this week because it is so gorgeous. So there ended up being two smaller skeins. And so I wound them into two balls and I'm just going to kind of alternate the rows for the first little bit and see how far the two skeins go. I think it's going to be gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous when it's all finished up. Oh, Susanna, the vintage workbox? Oh no, Liz, you just messed up your stitch count. Yikes. That's not good. Bean's gonna have a hat and a scarf with the leftovers. Hey, that would be fun. That would be fun. Yes. Then um she could have her own stocking, yeah, Christmas hat and scarf, deck her all out. She's gonna need something for Halloween though first before she gets her Christmas outfit. That's wonderful. Okay, yeah, Sam, you're at half your goal. That's amazing. Good, good, good. So I think that is really all. I think I did a few rounds on my sock, on my Christmas sock. I picked up my other um sock, the one that I dyed, and I just like literally just did like about 2 rounds on it. So nothing really super exciting to show you. Hopefully next week I can maybe have something finished. Like I have got two projects that are so close to being finished and I did not work on them at all this week. I kept thinking, I need to work on that. I need to work on that. But then I knit the Christmas stocking instead. So maybe next week they'll be finished. It is like that is this is the height of the drama here. It's like, will Louise have a finish? Tune in next week to see will there be a finish or will it remain a whip for one more week? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so let's see. Suzanne is saying, "Oh, welcome to the vintage workbook. I sell vintage UK knitting and crochet patterns. Oh, an instant digital download PDF. Patterns are in English language only. Is this on Etsy, Susanna?" Yeah, there's a lot of excitement around the Fiber Friends vintage knitting. It's also dyeing month too. So Sam and I are going to get together in person and we're going to dye. Sam, we're dyeing you some cotton, right? So that will be fun. Maybe we'll do a little live as we're doing that or different snippets of getting things set up and the before, the after kind of thing. And Cheryl and I are going to do some dyeing together. She wants to over dye some yarn. So we'll do kind of the same thing, do a little live here and there so you can kind of see the process and see what we end up with. Like over dyeing the yarn, that is really hit and miss. So fingers crossed that it turns out well. I mean, you're always going to get something dyed. It's just, you just never know. It's a little more Yeah, you just never know. I mean, you never know really to start with, but when you over dye, you really don't know. But which kind of adds to the excitement too. Okay, Sam says, yes, we're dyeing cotton. Fun. Diane, you and Cheryl are my enablers. That's so exciting. I am so glad that I can just inspire people to do something fun and creative. All right. Well, that's exciting. Okay, so what are you guys working on? My biggest challenge is going to be finding a needle. I bought the, well, no, this is fingering weight. This is fingering weight. So there may be a hope. A lot of my like 4.5, 5s, they're like really slim pickings because they're all on projects. But this, so I'm thinking a 3.5, 3.75 millimeter, whichever one I can find, will probably be what I start with this. So I'm thinking, what I'm thinking when I look at this? I'm thinking a slip stitch pattern or a texture of some sort. Maybe even just doing the bee stitch. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do something textured or oh, Lynn. Oh no, Lynn went way back to some of the original Fiber Friends episode number 46. Oh my god, it made me laugh. How is my sweater coming on my little 2-inch loom? I have not forgot about it. I have not forgot about it, and one of these days, at some point, what did I say back then? Something about I wasn't crazy. I wasn't gonna knit a blanket, but maybe a sweater. Yeah, and maybe I will. Maybe I will. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the 3 of us had a lot of fun doing that. Um, I know I always need more needles. So what I started to say was I bought myself the ChiaoGoo interchangeable set, the full set. So I've got the small and the large needles. And yeah, I know I'm already running out because I'm using all of the like those in between sizes, right? Like the teeny teeny tiny ones and the big ones I still have, but the middle ones that you use all the time, and I even bought an extra set of, I think, 4.5. I had 2 needle tips and 4.5, and I'm, like, already using both of those. And I've run out of cords already. I've had to go buy multiple cords. Yeah. So, I think that is a sign that I need to finish. I should really try for some finishes this week. Um Oh, Jude, yeah, they're doing great. Yes, the old episodes. Hope the other originals are doing good. Yeah, Caroline is, like, totally doing amazing stuff with her cross stitching over on Evertotes. Adrian's doing amazing, doing her thing and keeping up with her knitting, and yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. So, oh, working on your Christmas socks, Liz said. Yay. Yes. Um, I really want to work on my Christmas sock too. Yeah. My problem is more projects and not enough time. I need to carve out a little more knitting time. So, Mary said, I have 3 squares done on my little pin loom on my way to a sweater. Yes, Mary. 3 squares, you got to start somewhere. You were 3 squares ahead of me. That's so fun. Oh, I know. That's right, Lynn. So yeah, that's what I thought I said. You said I cracked up when I said, I'm not doing an Afghan. Do you think I'm crazy? And yeah, well, that would be a whole lot more little tiny, I know, a sweater, really. And cropped sweaters are in right now, so I should be actually getting right on that so I could do a cropped one, and it would be even faster. Oh, Sam, you sent me a picture? Oh, Kim, you finished a pair of DK socks yesterday and started your granddaughter's sweater. That's so exciting. Granddaughter, you said she's 9, right? That's fun. I know. I feel like Oh, Sam, these are awesome. Okay. Oh, so there's another. Okay, let me get this a little bigger here. Okay, so the white one, is it just a textured, or is it what is that one, Sam? Is it just texture or is it another owl? I can't. Is it knit sideways? Anyways, it looks the yarn is gorgeous, but I'm not sure just from the picture if it's just textured. The brown one is a really cute owl. I can tell that one. So there, you guys. Two more finishes from Sam. Fantastic. All right. Good stuff. All right. So what else? Mary. Um, well, oh, you bought yours the same time? Oh no. That's right. I had forgotten you bought one the same time. I know we saw this lady. She was like so wonderful. She gave me a little demonstration on how to do it. I know I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to have this. And so Mary, you're thinking you need to do twice as many squares as me. Okay, well, I don't think that's actually true, but um yeah, it's gonna take us a fair number of squares for a sweater though, isn't it? Sabrina, what? You're crocheting food? I have made a sandwich and an apple and a pear. Now working on a tomato. What? Okay. If uh if you want, you should post a picture of it in the Fiber Friends group. I really want to see a crocheted sandwich. That would just like make my night. Lynn, good job, Mary's ahead of me by 3 whole squares. Okay, Mary, you go. Someday, Mary, when we have a chance to get back in person, we should work on our pin loom sweaters together. I would drive over to Michigan just so we could do that in person. Yeah. And just say, like, huh, we are working on this, you guys. All you guys who are laughing at us, I'm going to show you. One day I will have a sweater done. Play food for a play kitchen. Oh my gosh, Scarlett would. This little girl, she's just 4 months, and I am already have like I don't know the first few years of her life planned with activities and places to go. No idea what her mother wants to do with her, but I have got it all planned out. Oh my gosh. Oh, Paula, good night. It's nearly 2 a.m. Okay, yes, you need to go get some sleep. Hopefully, this is um kept you up enough and chit-chatting has yeah, it's gotten you tired. You'll be able to drift off to sleep now. Liz, I think a 2 foot by 2 foot loom. Do you imagine though getting that? Well, 2 foot. I mean, I guess 2 foot's not really that big, is it? But that would give you a nice size square. You're right. Actually, and typically, I like to go big instead of teeny tiny. My friend Dorlyn and Cheryl, they like doing all the little miniature itty bitty bitty stuff. I like doing something like Beans the cat. That's what I like. So really, yeah, why I went with a 2 inch loom and not a 2 foot one, you're absolutely right. And I don't know, it was cute. It was little. I don't know. And you're making a Sophie scarf. Yes, but not in the fancy cashmere called for. I know. But you know what? It'll be lovely in whatever you knitted it. So is it going to be for you or is it going to be for a gift? We need Patty and B with her beautiful eyes. Oh my gosh. I know, Patty and B. Oh my goodness, we all had so much fun together. That was in 2019. That was, yeah, just before everything all happened. We all got together and we had a fantastic weekend away at a fiber festival. Nikki, you knit Candy Bear from Marvel. Oh, and it's her favorite teddy. She loves her Candy Bear made with Briggs and Little. Oh my gosh, that'd be so awesome. And Briggs and Little, that would be perfect because that will wear. She can drag that around with her forever and ever, and it'll still look fantastic. Elena, you're here. Hi, Elena. It's nearly 3 a.m. there. I know you should be in bed too, but I'm glad that you popped in to say hi. So, Elena, what are you working on right now? You're always like finishing up so many things too. Are you working on sweater? Or what did you buy? You bought yarn for both the boys, didn't you, a little while ago? Have you started those projects? Diane, oh, What is this? And the cat is 6 stitches around. What is it? Okay, 6 stitches around on lace weight. Oh, yeah, see, that would be tiny. Tiny, tiny. Oh, double knitting on Thursday? Sure, if you're up for it, I can help you. That would be fun. Double knitting would be fun. Beans the cat. Oh, okay, so but Beans the cat is 6 stitches around on lace weight. That would be yes. You could do I mean, that's the thing. So Beans the cat, if we ever get back to doing the animals, Beans the cat is a really fun pattern because yeah, I don't even know what yarn weight it actually calls for, if it calls for a DK or a fingering weight, but I ended up knitting it out of the Bernat blanket big on like 20 millimeter needles. Yeah, it was really fun to knit. Oh, Elena, you're sewing. Oh, sewing and ends on a sweater for the boys. I haven't started the new sweaters yet. Need to make the colorwork. Oh, colorwork pattern first. You always have lots of stuff in the queue, don't you? And oh, you're gonna have to see how the Scofies start to determine who. Oh, determine who deserves it. Maybe you deserve it. How about that? Have you knit one for yourself? Oh, Sam, you're always up for a challenge. I know you are. That'll be fun. Oh, Diane, you did the pumpkin, the cat, and the witch minis. That's right. I forgot about those. I got so excited about the cat that I forgot about like the pumpkin and the witch. I would actually really like to knit some pumpkins this year for fall, which means I need to start them like next week in August. That is scary. I want summer to stay. I know some of you are like wanting the cool weather to come, and I know, but I want summer to stay. I don't want it, I do not want it to go too quick. So, oh, Diane, your tablet is falling wonky. I know the autocorrect and stuff, right? It takes over. Oh, I know there's so many fun things. Yeah, we'll have to start thinking fall things. So September, the Fiber Friends are doing cables, which could be a fall thing, right? Like a cabled pillow in a pumpkin orange or yeah, well, what are the fall colors? Like a yeah, a gold, like a gold color, a maroon color. That would be fun. Oh, and you just started Sophie and don't have oh my speedy fingers. That's okay. Slow and steady. Just enjoy the process, right? Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, you'll I can't wait to hear what you think of it. Let's see. Oh, hey, oh, Anne. Sorry, I thought for a second you were Amber. Hi, Anne. Yes, I just, oh, yes, 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 yes. I already read that. Anyways, Liz, I found this odd shape in my yarn and it took a long time to figure out it was. Oh, beans without ears and a tail. You would just have this like lump already knit. And so was it stuffed? So it wasn't stuffed either. It was just like, that's funny. I know a cabled pumpkin would be fun. I really noticed last year that a lot of the pumpkins were like anything went. You know, they were all different colors. Like there was pinks, there was blues, there was teal, um, brown, there was white, there was gray. So really, did I say pink? There was pink pumpkins. And yeah, you could definitely cable them, couldn't you? Like do any kind of texture. That could be, I know, that could be another rabbit hole to go down, pumpkin knitting. How many different ways can you knit pumpkins? Or crochet? Oh, Sally, you made a cabled pumpkin last year? Yeah, I know there was a few of you did a bunch of pumpkins. And I know, and I saw them and I was like, oh, I really wanted to do them. And here we are. Time is it's like come right full circle and we're almost back to pumpkin knitting time. Yikes. Neon orange. I would totally do neon orange. Totally do neon orange. And I have about like I don't know, 20, 30 skeins of like hunter orange in Briggs and Little that I could make a bazillion pumpkins out of that. Oh, dude, you did pumpkins in the past? Oh, mushrooms this year. Like mushrooms. Mushrooms must be the new in style thing, right? I was um I was looking at some cross stitch patterns, and the first thing I noticed, a lot of them had mushrooms, and it was a magazine that was on the newsstand, and there was like mushrooms. Yeah, mushrooms are the yeah, they're popular, right? That would be fun. So a knit mushroom. Okay, that would be really fun. Are you gonna like find a pattern for it, Jude, or are you just gonna kind of wing it on your own? Oh, Diane, you want to do mushrooms too? There's a pretty woodland set on Ravelry, leaves, etc. Well, that would be really fun. Oh, so Mary says, so make a huge pumpkin to go with the cat. Absolutely. I should. Oh, except we're not blanket big. The color choices in their yarn is not extensive. There's there's a fair amount of colors, but I don't think they have like a pumpkin orange. If I remember correct, I'm sure they don't. They have there's something kind of orangey or corally, but I could do it white. I could do a white pumpkin, right? Oh, there is like about what, 3 or 4 shades of white. There's vintage, there's flax that I know for sure. I don't know what the other ones are called, but there's at least 3 kind of shades of white because I have 2 of them right here. One is like a yellowy color. One has more of a beigey tone to it. Oh, I have a gray. I could do a gray pumpkin. Like it's all right here. Yeah, I think I could be set. I think maybe a gray pumpkin. Black beans the cat with a gray pumpkin with a black stem, maybe? Uh-huh. I think you guys are onto dye it. Dye it. What, dye yarn for the orange? Yeah, you're right. I wonder. And use like the rich for the acrylic. Mary, I could just do that. Did you guys hear Daisy? Okay. Oh my goodness. We're already at 9 o'clock, you guys. And I feel like we've just started chatting about this. All right. We'll have to hold on to this whole fall knitting. And we'll just have to, yeah, just keep coming up with some ideas over the next month, right? Like through August, get some ideas. And then come September 1st, we'll just, yeah, cast on all the pumpkins. Oh, Jude, I have YouTube tutorials saved. Good thinking. Oh, Mary, dyeing the yarn. Yeah, I am excited. I have never dyed acrylic, but God, I can see it up there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I was at the dollar store. I posted a picture in the Fiber Friends group. They had the ones that I know about your dollar stores, but like all of ours are kind of hit and miss. They don't necessarily have all the same things. So the one that I was in had a bunch of dyes. There were some tie-dye kits, so there was a bunch of things there. So if you're thinking about dyeing with us in August, the dollar store may be a great spot to get a couple of colors of dye to play around with. Oh, Diane, your nursery had pink and white pumpkins. Pink and white. Wow. Oh my goodness. Louise, can you help me with Dawson's spooky hat? Yes, we'll definitely have to do that. Thanks, Lynn. Jude, August is dying month, so Mary is timely genius. She is, Jude. She is right on track there. Summer, there'll be more tie-dye kits around. Yes, that's right. I know they sell out quick. Like I know at Michael's, they always, as soon as school's over, they've got all the crafting stuff out and they have all the tie-dye kits. And then within like a week or so, they're like cleared out. Kids must be running around with tie-dyed t-shirts all over the city. But I'm sure, yeah, there'll be tons of stuff. Just have to look around for it, right? Oh my goodness. We've got so many fun things coming up. All right, everybody. Thanks for voting. Cowl it is. A nice long double wrap cowl in this beautiful yarn. And then I'm gonna get working on some more of the projects. I'm gonna work on more of the stocking. I'll show you next week for sure if I decide to go big or do the heal now and get it done and then cast on another one. So many options. All right. What? Lynn, you were in Michael's yesterday and they had Halloween stuff out. Ah, I know. I know. I know. It's always good heavens. Christmas trees will be around the corner, won't they? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me live tonight. It's always fun chit chatting with you all. I hope you guys got some knitting done and it was a very productive hour for you. So, yeah, I'll be back. I'm thinking, I don't know, Christmas stocking next week for the new start. I don't know. I've got a whole week to think about it and I will decide Monday morning. So, have a great week. Get lots of future plans already organized here, dyeing, vintage, fall knitting, pumpkins, all that kind of stuff. Lots to think about this week. So have a great week. Hopefully you guys are getting close to a finish or casting on something brand new. It's always fun. And I will see you guys all next Monday. Have a fantastic week. Bye for now.